Omniscience or Omniscience, however you want to say it. Azorius Omniscience or Azorius Omniscience. Top win rate deck right now out there, but tricky to understand how it actually wins. This video here will show you how to make it easy to win, fun to play, easy to play as well. So a simplified way to play the deck with a very quick win condition when it kicks into gear. Give it a watch. We'll do the deck tech, and then I got some gameplay so you can see how quick and simple this deck works for you and how easy the win condition actually is. Thanks for dropping by. Azorius Omniscience. I had this deck sitting there, waiting to use my wild cards to craft it because I needed to spend some rares on Awakening and I had to get a mythic on another one or two Omnisciences. And it sat there forever because it really looked fun, but I couldn't figure out how you actually won. And it didn't look like a one that had a fun win condition. And I saw like Ash play it. I saw CGB play it. I saw some of the streamers I love to watch and wish I was as good as do that. And now I figured out well, not my way, but I now got an easy way, simple way to win and a simple way to play the deck that makes it a lot of fun. So it's not super complicated. It does what it's supposed to do, and the win condition at the end rolls really quick. So I'm really enjoying it. I probably said that already at the beginning, but let me just show you what we got to do. So the way the deck works is we need to get a couple things to happen, and they actually happen really easily. We're going to have to get Omniscience into our graveyard. We're going to need to get an Invasion and the Awakening into our hand. So that seems like a lot, but with the cards that we're using here, it actually happens super fast. So chart the course, draw 2 cards, discard a card. Perfect. Draw a card, discard Omniscience if you have it, the option. Doesn't easily work that way. You might take a few tries. The Archaeologist, when this creature enters, mill 3 cards. You may put a non-creature, non-9 card you milled this way in your hand. So this does actually sometimes can take care of 2 of this. If you mill Omniscience and Awakening, you get to put Awakening in your hand. Omniscience already goes in the graveyard. You're already almost there. Pickpocket, same thing. Mill 4 cards, put an instant sorcery in your hand. Temporary Lockdown I have in here as a board control. You could switch this for whatever you like. This deck is a budget deck in a sense. This stuff's all budget. So if you need to switch this around, I was using Get Lost, cost the same as this, but I had Get Lost in here. There's a couple different things you could try. Right now, I'm just leaving it with Temporary Lockdown. Then we got Riddler. Look at the top 4 cards of your library, put 1 of them in your hand, the rest in your graveyard. Again, that takes care of 2 of the 3 things we need to do. And then this has a return target creature to its owner hand and surveil. Look at the top 2 cards, put any of them into the graveyard. And then stock up, where we look at the top 5 cards and put 2 of them in your hand, the rest in the bottom of your library. So through this, it's not that difficult for us to get this in our hand, this in our hand, and this in the graveyard. That's part 1. Once that happens, this is the part that was confusing me, was how do you win the game? And I said in my thumbnail, easy way to win. So this is what I do. Once you have Omniscience in the graveyard, and you have your Awakening, and you have your Octavius in your hand. If you have 2 Octaviuses in your hand, you're golden. You're already at the end game. If you only have 1, you have just 1 additional step to make. But you play Awakening for 0. So you're just going to pay 4 mana, select 0, select Omniscience from your graveyard. It comes in as a 1/1 creature into play. Immediately play your Invasion after that. With the Invasion, if you only have 1, you're going to use your Invasion to grab Beseech the Mirror. And with Beseech the Mirror, you are going to search your library and get your... Oh, wait, before we do that, my bad. We got to play Season of Weaving. Choose target artifact or creature you control. We're going to use the bottom 2 and return each non-land taunt, non-permanent to its owner hands. You click the bottom two, you select your Omniscience, and now you have a real Omniscience on the board. Okay? You could use Beseech to go get your other awakening. Once you have your 2 awakenings, just by using Beseech to grab it, use the second awakening and get This Town Ain't Big Enough. You're then going to return both of your awakenings, both of your invasions to your hand. Once they're both in your hand, this is the end game. You're going to search your sideboard to get the Haunt the Network. And if you had to use this big town already, it's in your graveyard or it's going to be in your sideboard. You're going to grab This Town Ain't Big Enough. So now you got both of these in your hand. Play Haunt the Network. Select opponent. Then play This Town Ain't Big Enough and select both of your invasions back to your hand. Play each invasion again. Go into your graveyard and get Haunt. Get This Town Ain't Big Enough. Play Haunt. Play This Town Ain't Big Enough on both of your invasions. Put them both back in your hand. Play both invasions again. Go get Haunt. This Town Ain't Big Enough. You just do that loop. And you'll see it in the gameplay. It makes so much more sense. Haunt will kill them in just a few turns. Target opponent, what you do is you just choose your opponent you're playing against. It creates 2 1/1 Thopper artifacts. And they lose 2 life, or they lose 1 life for each artifact you control, and you gain 2 life. So the first time you do it, they take 2 damage. The next time they take 4. The next time they turn 8. You just keep doing that. Or 6. It works up by 2. So you're just going to keep doing that. And This Town Ain't Big Enough is going to put your 2 invasions back in your hand, so you could just keep grabbing those 2 cards. The gameplay will make it make sense to you. At the very end of the video, I have a minor explanation again. You could just skip it if you already know what's going on, or if you want to watch it. Hit me with a like and subscribe. I'd love to hear any comments you have as well. I'll take on all feedback, good or bad. Thanks for stopping by. I'm MTG Badfish, and it was nice to have you watch me play. Peace out, my brother. And I wasn't having that. I just want to learn the deck a bit better, so let's try non-ranked for a minute, since we're sitting in Mythic, and we are... I have to play something I know what I'm doing with. I'm not paying attention to anything here. Holy cow. Come on. Okay, now we're good. That's pretty much what it does. So this is winning here with doing the this thing. It's just killing them with our artifacts. -9. Once it kicks in, you can't get stopped. We don't have any discard. We do got him, and we got Omniscience. Omniscience, Omniscience. It's called two different things by different people. Omniscience is what I see. Oh, I get the mill. This is good. Very good news if that's the case. Oh, please mill me. Oh, Lord, won't you mill me? Omniscience to my graveyard. Here we go. More mill. Do it. Okay. Alright, so now we go look for... We need to get this in our graveyard. So let's just get rid of these guys for now. So I don't take a beat down. Now we need to find one card and get him into our graveyard. It'd be nice if he played a discard, something to make me discard a card. That would be nice. Alright, what do we got now? Can't find it. Let's go with... Here. I have two of these, right? Which means if I played one of them... Darn, I was hoping. But we're going to go with... you. And yeah, I guess we get rid of another batch of them. Keep ourselves alive. Oh, right there. We have lots of life left. Deep Muck Desperado. What a cool name. Oh, each opponent mills 3 cards. Come on, Omniscience, go to my graveyard. So could this look for it? Instant or sorcery? But I don't have Omniscience in there yet, do I? No, so I can't do it anyways. So let's go with you. One of them in your hand, the rest in your graveyard. Oh my lord. At least we can discard now. So we can discard Omniscience now. We just need to find the card we need. That is not there, but we'll discard you. So we're 1 card away, folks. Now we just gotta find it. Okay. Still haven't found it. Don't have enough to play it, so we'll play this first. Here we go. Here we go. 10 life left. 2 temporary lockdowns on the board. He's got blue, so he could possibly have counter. It took me a long time to find Awakening, and he never played anything here. I think I have to be sneaky. See if he has a counter first. I got 2 of them now. Let's try one of them. Oh, it worked. Figured if he had a way to kill the enchantment, he would have got rid of the temporary lockdown already, so we're still good. All right, now here we go. Gonna do this one. I'm gonna do this one to him. Same one we did last time. It's the one I understand well that I have. It's a simpler little combo doing the this town ain't big enough. Your graveyard. Search your graveyard. So we're just grabbing Haunt and this town ain't big enough back and forth. Play another Haunted on him. That does 4 damage this time. This town ain't big enough. We grab both of these back into my hand. Play one of them for one of the spells. Search your graveyard. We have other things we could do, but this is the one I like right now. Grab this one. Just because it beats them quick, it doesn't take all day. Graveyard and grab Haunted. So this Haunted does 6 damage to him now. It's kind of big enough to both of these. And we'll grab my graveyard. We'll grab Haunted. This town ain't big enough. It's just a loop. He's letting it happen. I would have quit a long time ago. That hits him with 8 damage. This town ain't big enough for the 2 of these. Vision 1. Might as well just beat him with this one. We'll grab Haunted and play Haunted. That's it. That's the same combo for that one. There it is. A little bit of control. Run it up. All right. Ooh, we got everything in our hand. except for one thing. Poison, eh? Alright, so Omniscience is gone now, and all we need to do is draw our little thing. Well, that wasn't very nice now, was it? We're going to take another poison counter just to try to get there. We can also blast zone one and just kill the board. There's our invasion. We're all good. I have it all? I have it all. He's got mana. No, I think I'm good. Yeah, let's go. Graveyard. Oh wait, cancel. Can I go back? Sideboard. Season of Weaving. Boom, boom. Boom. Science. There we go. That was close. So what I had to do is I had to Season of Weaving first. Now we go to search your sideboard. So I don't have both of these right now. That's where this gets tricky. What do we do then? We're going to breach. We could, this town ain't big enough. I'm going to breach. Season of Weaving and make a copy. Library. Yeah, we're gonna go with breach. Now I got both. Now we can grab this town, ain't big enough. Woof, that was close. Had to gift a card to him to get that combo working, to be able to search my library. Search a sideboard, we'll grab our Haunted. I got the timer on me, so I need to motor this time. Him. Second one down. Search our graveyard. This town ain't big enough. Play this town ain't big enough. Put on both of these. Play one. Graveyard. Grab Haunted. Play Haunted. On you. There we go. Play another one. This town ain't big enough. We almost didn't hit this combo. That was a bit of a panic moment for me. And that's the win. Same combo, but we used breach this time. See, we mixed it up. We added something this time. You're down to 8. Grab this town ain't big enough. Search graveyard for Haunted. And that's the game. Puts him to 0. Done. Boom! Alright, stay here for 2 seconds. Let me just show my explanation here. So, what we're doing, to make it simple, there's so many people saying they don't know how to win with the game. So what we need is, we need to get Omniscience in the graveyard. We need to have Invasion in our hand. We don't have to have, yes we do kind of have to make it work. We had one of them, but we didn't have two. We had to go get the other one. To get the other one, we played Beseech the Mirror. Search your library for a card, exile it face down, then shuffle. If the spell was bargain, you may cast the exiled card without paying its mana cost. If the spell's more 4 or less, put the exiled card in your hand if it wasn't. So either way, it would have worked, but it didn't matter because he couldn't do anything anyways. So we did this to get the second. Once we have two of these, we are using them. Just a sec. We are using them when this siege enters. Search your library, a graveyard, or outside the game for an instant sorcery card you own. Reveal it and put it in your hand, and then. So we're using one of them to go into at first our sideboard where we have two cards. Well, we have more of two. We have Season of Weaving to kick us off, but then we have Haunt the Network. This is the one that we're using the win condition of this deck. And we're using This Town Ain't Big Enough. So we need both of them, and that's why we need two of the invasions. Haunt the Network. Choose target opponent. Create two colorless Thopper artifact creatures, tokens with flying. Then the chosen player loses X life, and you gain that much life, where that's how many artifacts that you have. So that just two per turn, it just keeps pumping up. 2, then it's 4 the next turn, 6 the next turn, 8 the next turn. We play one of these. And then we play This Town Ain't Big Enough. We return both of our invasions to our hand, and then we just keep replaying them. One invasion grabs This Town Ain't Big Enough. The other invasion grabs Haunted. You play both of the Haunted. This Town Ain't Big Enough to bring them both back. And that is the combo that we hit. To get it all to go, we needed Awakening. Once Omniscience is in the graveyard, we play Awakening for 0. Grab Omniscience and immediately use Omniscience to get Invasion down right away. Then play Season of Weaving. And on Season of Weaving, you choose artifact or creature you control. Create a token copy of it and then return each non-land, non-token permanent to its owner's hand. So you're going to do the bottom two of these. You're going to choose your Omniscience token. Then you're going to play Omniscience, and now you've now got your real Omniscience there. All the tokens are gone, and then you run that combo. Hopefully that's not a too confusing explanation. And to find it, we just use the cards that we built in this deck to find it. But 2 invasions back and forth, and then just keep playing Haunt and This Town. Play Haunt and then This Town. Haunt, then This Town. Back and forth, you play these back and forth to each other. And that's the deck. Right, now that I've played a bunch with it, I'll do a few more, just run a little bit more. Playing ranked with it now a bit, and got more of a feel of what is going on, so. So now we got Invasion. We got one in our hand. We got Omniscience we need to get into the graveyard. The wagons is a problem for us. And we need to find our last 2 cards. So let's go with stock up. We need 2 cards. Holy, that's not good. Do we have that in our hand already? I guess we're going to grab the lands then. And this is... We're a few steps behind here, folks. Give trample. No. Okay, so we need... I have to go with this one. We need to hit here. Okay, we got one of them. One in your hand. We got it now. We just got to stay alive. And then Omniscience is in the graveyard. It's got one blue source. We got Omniscience in our hand, which is also nice. When this creature enters, you may pay up to exile target player's graveyard. Are you serious? Look at that. So I played a match just a minute ago, and the guy had 4 1-mana exile graveyard cards in his hand. That is ridiculous. Oh, man. Right when we had it, too. This game hates me. What are the chances? 1 in your hand. 1 in your graveyard. 1 in my library. Like, it was crazy. It was like right... He had 1 mana exile graveyard. He just kept playing them. There it is, folks. That's the combo. We didn't get to see the end of it because he quit, but our rank is so low. I didn't know you can get into the 80s on this. I'm not the best player. Well, obviously, I'm not a great player. I say I'm average. But I'm normally around that 98, and every now and then I get a ranking number, and that makes me happy if I can hit a ranking number. But he came into this one at like 90. And then I was testing this deck out in a couple other decks, and then got into the 80s. And I keep bouncing between 90 and, look at this guy, 86. I didn't know you can go into the 80s. I've always been right around that 95, 98. Alright, chart a course. Okay, so we got the starting point already here. Now we just got to find the cards for our hand. We got one of them already. So we've got our invasion. All we need now is... Oh, we got all of our cards. I didn't realize we had that. I'm blind, folks. What's he playing? He's got a Pyrexian. He's doing the same style thing we are. The good thing is we're really close. We got everything we need here, as long as he doesn't counter. I'll bring you back. If he plays something here, then we kick this one off. So we got a negate. He's blue, so I know he's got counter, so I'm going to hold tight. I'm not going to jump into Awakening. And there's our second one of these, which is nice. Graveyard, we'll go you. There we go. Now we got a negate. 2, 3, 4. We need him to play something, tap out, or we need to get to 6 mana. And we're gonna hold tight, and then yeah, we're gonna keep fishing. Now we're looking for lands or a second Awakening, so we can just back to back it. We have everything in the place now. We just need our lands. Okay, grab this one. Moment of truth. So once he taps out, we kick our combo in play, or when we have enough lands that I think we can out-counter spell him. He knows what's happening, so he's just chilling. There's another land we need. We'll keep stock up in our library. So that allows us to play and have one counter. We just need him to cast one spell. And we got this. Although he's now got lots of mana too. Alright, more land. This is good, folks. And I guess we're going to search for another, awakening, I guess. Now we got 2 awakenings. We got 2 shots at this. I should have played one there to draw out one of his counters, make him comfortable. Two negates. We need one more land, and then we've got a double counter spell. There we go. Alright, so he's got one. We now got him. There. We just had to be patient. So now we play our awakening for 0. Bring back Omniscience. And then we're going to play our invasion number 1. This is why we kept the negates in our hand. Negate is something new from my beginning nut tech deck, by the way. So if you're watching this, I've added this. There's another win. I've added in just from the original, I've added in a couple negates because it allows me that 6 mana lets me play this and have the ability, because I found in ranked people know this deck is coming, so they're waiting to counter, and I like to have the ability to offset that like we just did here, if that makes sense. Cool. No one's let us do anything with it yet. Oh, just a final wrap here on a couple changes I made at the very end that seems to be working a bit better for me. I added in 2 negates to give me a little bit of a counter spell, because I find that playing in ranked, at least at the mythic level, people know what's coming when you play this deck, so I have to work around their counters as well, and possibly their exile graveyard cards. And then on my sideboard, I've added a disenchant, I got a negate in there, a lightning strike, beseech to go get my other invasion, and then this is our win con here. So that's the changes I made. I also switched the land and got rid of Blast Zone, because I kept getting that I kept starting games with just that in a land and I couldn't play anything. So I just upped my multi-color land as well. Hope you enjoyed the video. Again, nothing new. There's a ton of videos out there on this deck. I'm just hoping this is a simplified way to play it. Thanks for dropping by. Again, I'm MTG Badfish. Hit me with a like, subscribe, and I will see you next time.